Hi guys, welcome back to the Guitar Bay. I'm Danny.
I'm Takis. What are we drinking today, mate?
Today, mate, we're drinking alcohol-free beer because it's Easter and yeah, we've got to take it easy, right?
Yeah, that's what it's come to. Adding this alcohol-free beer of the Weizen beer type. So not pils, not lager, but it's isotonic, they say. So
It's really nice. But today's not about alcohol or alcohol-free beer, is it?
true. It fills you up though. It's quite nice. Yeah.
This is our lunch.
Cheers. Could be our lunch. And happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it. You know, happy holidays. But by the time you see this, it's going to be late anyway. So anyway,
Yeah.
Be good, be healthy. Today, what's today?
What's on the Guitar Bay lunch menu?
Today is my turn to give you something, and it's a pedal again. We're on this journey to find the promised land in terms of drives and stuff, because we got into drive pedals lately a lot.
Yeah, we had the Blues Driver last week, which was a hit for me. I absolutely loved it. And because we're struggling to get rid of things, as in emotionally on the show, because we like everything that we review generally.
That's true, that's so true.
But quick update, the Rickenbacker backer sold, which is great. The Epiphone's still here, but we're going to figure out which one to keep of these drive pedals. So what have you got for me today, mate?
Well, it's a pedal I've been trying to get my hands on and play for myself before we even decided to do the Guitar Bay. And I didn't say anything last week with the Blues Driver because I wanted to keep it like a surprise. The pedal I have today is also in the Blues Breaker, Blues Driver type family, although not a transistor-based amp like the Blues Driver is, but in the big blue category. Because as you'll see, like they say if they're green, it's a tube screamer. If it's blue or has the word blue in it, it's a Blues Driver, Blues Breaker, more scoopy, transparency. If it's more like yellowish, reddish, or silver, it's like a clone. So slightly mid-humpy, but not as a tube screamer. Anyway, the one today, how much did I tell you I got it for? Like a few weeks
170 or something.
169 to be precise.
And you bought it for?
For 120 actually.
120?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a fair saving.
That's
actually.
a fair saving. It's a wonderful condition. And it's a perfect thing to test against the Blues Driver. It's got the word blue in its name. And it's a boutique-ish kind of thing.
Oh. Well, you like that soul food thing, don't you? But I don't know if that's got blue in it.
No. Just checking if the box is right. Yes, this is the box. This is the pedal.
Right.
Right.
It's in the original box, I see.
It is.
And it does have blue in the name. It's a Royal Blue Overdrive from Mad Professor. Very fancy. That is a boutique pedal for sure, and I think these are very loved. They have a range of pedals, right?
They do. They're very highly respected and sought after boutique-ish pedals, right? 200 a piece, roughly. And the thing about this one is, it's a gain pedal. It has one extra knob. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I think most gain pedals have gain, volume, and drive, and tone. Sorry, to manage the frequency. This one has a dedicated bass treble knob, and I like that. Being a Tele player myself, I like to have a bass dedicated EQ. It allows you to be more transparent and not rely on the EQ of the amp to bring some beef to the single coils that you need sometimes.
So if it's based on a Blues Driver, what does this have that the Blues Driver doesn't?
It's not based on a Blues Driver. It goes for the same kind of sound, the same kind of flavor. But the guys at Mad Professor would tell you that's a unique design. It's not based on a Morning Glory or a Klon or a Blues Breaker or a Timmy. Many people compare it to the Timmy.
Yeah.
Again, a very popular, transparent, blue type overdrive with dedicated bass and treble. So many have compared this to the Timmy, which is like a holy grail kind of drive.
It's very nice.
Out there.
Feels good. Let's check it out and see if it sounds just as good as it looks.
Let's do that. Okay, so we're back. I've put the Royal Blue Overdrive by Mad Professor on the pedal board. It's crammed between my Mud Honey and the Blues Driver now, but we'll concentrate on the Royal Blue just for the moment. Danny will be playing the Epiphone with the P90s, the Gibson P90s.
Yes.
In the Laney LC50 as usual, with an SM57 in front and there's also a room mic somewhere there. And Danny.
My clean sound.
Okay, let's whack on the Royal Blue Overdrive. You see where the volume is, and that's already way too loud for the amp. So unity with this pedal is about 9 o'clock, play on. So the first thing to notice is how much headroom this thing has. I think most drives are about 12 o'clock, about noon, unity with the amp. This one is at about 10 o'clock, so you got a lot of headroom.
But it beefs up quite a lot as well. There's
Now let's play. So top right, as you can see, is drive. I've got it all the way turned down now. And I've got the bass and treble knobs at 12 o'clock, so like 50%, no boost, either treble or bass. And I'll play with the drive and see how it responds to the P90 guitar. And then I'll just play with the EQ as well, after I find a nice, versatile point, just a nice, amount of drive that responds dynamically and allows you to have a crunchy sound or a cleanish sound, depending on
yeah,
how
we'll
you play.
clean it up nice.
So,
Sweet.
yeah, go ahead.
Whoa.
What do you say?
That's sick. I didn't even think about how it sounded. It just felt good. It sounded good. Oh my god. Wild. Lovely.
It doesn't feel stuffy when you go all the way up with a drive. It gives you drive, but it doesn't do this woofiness, this overload of drive that gives you compression and
doesn't fuzz. Doesn't thicken up too much that you get lost or. Man, it's so great.
And still, you're now with a drive. You're at now 10 o'clock, and see how aggressive you can be just with your dynamics, or how.
That's the best sound we've had here.
How would you say it compares to the Blues Driver?
You put it, was that I think that was at full drive, and it still felt usable. There was nothing lost clarity wise. It was still clear as day, and just, oh man,
it doesn't go as distortion as the Blues Driver can go. It gives you the BD gives you this transistor kind of
almost that
drive
scoopy
on top of the sound, but this remains bluesy.
Unreal.
And just it really emulates well a proper overdrive, the original overdrive, like a tube saturating. Let's
absolutely awesome. Let's clean it up.
There.
Or
I'll play a bit with the bass treble now. So just play a rhythmic, punchy, sequence, and I'll just. I say this is a good all-round setting.
wow, unbelievable.
You see the drive about 10 o'clock and volume more or less the same, and that's unity. It's already louder with the drive on than the clean sound of the amp, so lots of headroom on this one.
Oh my god, that's the best thing I've ever played. Yeah. Especially through the Laney, I've fell in love with that amp so much.
It's a conspicuously obvious bridge Telecaster. So that's my clean sound. Oh, you turned the bass up, so I'll go back to the bridge.
Man, all I did was put the bass up to compensate for the Telecaster because it's generally a treble,
True.
in-your-face spike, but putting the bass up, treble down, it almost turns that thing into a, yeah.
Play around a bit maybe with drive and with EQ. I'm still on the bridge. This is how clean it can be without me even touching the volume.
Do we really need to check out the blues driver?
Just to remind ourselves what the difference might be. Yeah, now that I'm neck pickup, actually because I spent most of my time on the neck pickup with the blues driver, I think. Yeah, give it a go. You can already tell the difference how the distortion of the drive of the blues driver is like put on top, and you hear a bit of the clean signal and some
the scoop. For me, I love the blues driver. It does its own thing, but I don't want any scoop in my sound at all. And the Royal Blue Overdrive does none of that. It's literally just clarity. And it responds to your pick attack, like how you cleaned it up there with just, oh man, perfect, absolutely banging.
It sounds more transistor-like now, the blues driver. You can hear the...
Yeah.
Like the distortion is a foreign entity, kind of superimposed on the clean sound, but with the Royal Blue, it's like part of it. It's like a genuine...
Yeah.
What is it? The tube, the valve saturating, and you get this. What asymmetric clipping I think is trying to simulate. I have no idea whether the Royal Blue has symmetric or asymmetric clipping, but I don't think it matters whether you know that or not. It's just more information for you. It really matters how it sounds.
Yeah, and when you turn it on, it sounds very
good. What this may be.
Good.
Talk about a always-on pedal.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, the bass really helps as well. And that's probably going to be hard to translate over YouTube, but in the room, when the bass is up, and especially on a Telecaster, it gives so much low end that you can feel it, you know, in your body. And that for me is what a valve amp sounds like. How it makes you feel.
And it allows you to play more. So if you have a drive with bass and treble, it allows you to find a dedicated sound for this one, and then not have this. You know, if you want some extra beef on your single coil guitar, you might turn up the bass with your amp.
Yeah.
But this affects the whole pedal board. But if you have your drive only, that gives you the beef you miss perhaps with a Tele.
Unbelievable. And literally, we only have a tiny bit of reverb on the amp.
Yeah.
So less is more in this scenario, isn't it? It just sounds absolutely
A tiny bit of mid pickup. Could you just take off a bit of drive?
Sure.
I think that's my sound. Maybe if that's a bit too much bass, I would like go that much. Sound like this. I just rolled off the volume a tiny bit. Clean sound. Okay, so now I'm in the Fender with the Epiphone and just a bit of drive on it. And Danny is with the Tele in the Laney with the Royal Blue Overdrive. So Danny will be displaying the abilities of the pedal at this section.
Yes.
And I'm just accompanying you.
All right. Let's go. pedal is the absolute favorite.
So far, it's the favorite drive I've had and played with for a while. Talk about an always-on pedal. Hey, how well it cleans without even messing with the volume knob. And if you do mess with the volume knob, you get a crazy range from clean to really aggressive, just 10% off. And that's I don't know. I don't want to sell this.
I don't think you need anything else other than that, to be honest. I mean, we've gone through our phase of the Tube Screamer, and yeah, it's fine, but I don't know. We're gonna have to get rid of one of them. So
I think the Tube Screamer is good for the band mix, because what we don't have here, we jam sometimes, of course, and you have two guitars in context, but still with bass, with drums, with hi-hats and stuff. The Tube Screamer does an amazing job of, it helps you stand out. And if you play a solo, if you play a one-note thing, not just rhythmic guitar, but like, a melody or a screeching solo, and you want to cut through, the Tube Screamer does that for you, definitely. But yeah, you heard the Royal Blue Overdrive, and
we don't need to say anything else, do we?
No.
It's just a fantastic.
I hope the sound will do the job for us, and let the people, decide what they think about pedal.
There will probably be some kind of eBay advert in the description, whether it's for the Blues Driver or the Tube Screamer.
Well, I told you something about it. I told you that I liked it so much, so I made another purchase that's related to it. And we can get rid of one of them. Those of you who know Mad Professor pedals probably know what I'm talking about. So I made another purchase, again, that is affiliated with the Royal Blue Overdrive. And we'll do that. Anyway, final segment?
Yeah, we have album.
That's right. You go first. Album with E.
Yeah.
You got one?
It's Eyes Open by Snow Patrol.
Okay.
So they're an Irish-Scottish style band, and they were on the go in the early 2000s.
I remember
Chasing Cars is one of their very big hits. Right.
Pop, like Britpop.
Yeah, indie.
Easy listening.
More indie, Telecaster playing guys, saw them live in Aberdeen. An absolutely great band.
Okay.
Some really nice hits. Yeah, a bit poppy, but I really like that singer-songwriter stuff at the moment. And it's nice to sort of reminisce and go back. I'm kind of going through a Feeder, Snow Patrol sort of phase at the moment, Arctic Monkeys, and that album for me is a really, really great album. And the songs are really great.
Great. That's the whole idea behind a favorite album anyway. It's not about quality, objectively speaking. It's about what it means to you, favorite album. Cool. Year? Early 2000s?
2006.
2006.
Yeah. So I think there's a song called Shut Your Eyes and there's a song called Open Your Eyes at the start, and there's obviously some kind of deep meaning behind the layout of the tracks and the songs within them, but yeah, really good album. And it's got everything from your poppy sort of radio stuff down to your proper indie sort of hard Telecaster deluxe sound, which is great. Yeah.
All right.
Yourself?
Good one. Me, yes. Now this is a band or project that I'm crazy about. This is not even my favorite album of this band, but I couldn't think of another record that begins with an E that I've consumed more than this one. And I'm talking about the Alan Parsons Project. I mentioned Alan Parsons in the previous episode because he's the man behind the sound responsible in The Dark Side of the Moon. And Eye in the Sky. So again with eyes, same word. Yeah, Eye in the Sky. You probably know Sirius and Eye in the Sky, which used to be an opening tune for NBA drafts. For a long time. Yeah. So that's the intro of the record. But it's an amazing, amazing record that I've always had in my house because of my parents. And it's accompanied me in all different stages of my life. Amazing songs like Eye in the Sky, like Gemini, like Silence and I, like Old and Wise, like...
it seems you like that kind of journey music. That kind of story music, right?
Yes, it's this really pretentious early and mid-70s prog rock that was really taking itself seriously from London, predominantly. but it's just so it set the foundation for a whole genre and quality of music recordings and approach to what it means to be a band, to be a performing artist. And the quality in any Alan Parsons recording is just mind-blowing, even in the 70s. And that's like 80 something, this record. 80, could be as late as 85 or maybe 1981. Anything between 81 and 85. You look it up if you're interested. But yeah, what a record. Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky.
Yes,
and that
mate.
does it.
Yeah. We'll say cheers and happy Easter and thanks for tuning in again. And we'll be back with another guitar soon. And the brother or sister to this one.
Yes.
Let's see. Right.
Cheers,
Take it
mate.
easy.
And cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.